What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today what we're going to be doing is boost testing the Lbz. This is something a lot of people don't talk about, is boost testing your diesel trucks. Diesels need basically all the air that's available for spool up with a turbo, cooling, everything, keeping the EGTs nice and low. Now if you have a boost leak, you're just wasting power, you're getting crappy fuel mileage, and your truck's just going to be running a lot harder and hotter than it has to. Like I said, you don't really see too many people talking about this. Now, I got a Duramax tuner boost leak tester kit. That comes with the face plate and everything of that sort, so we'll go over here in a few minutes. But we're going to go ahead, pull the intake off the truck, hook it up, and see what kind of boost leaks the truck has. According to Duramax Tuner, 80% of the trucks they boost test have boost leaks. And like I said, since I'm going to be going down to Daytona, I don't want my truck running hotter than it has to be. There's nothing noticeable like driving or performance-wise that I'm noticing boost leak-wise. The truck runs and drives fine, but I'm sure there's probably some type of underlying boost leak because they said 80% of trucks have them. So without further ado, let's go ahead here, get the intake off the truck, and we'll start boost testing this thing. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is work on getting the intake system off. We can leave the box in, but you want to get this part off here just so you can get to the face of the turbo, so you can go ahead and mount up that faceplate adapter so we can get some pressurized air in the system here. So I'm going to work on getting these two clamps off, get this all pulled off so we can get some access here. Okay, so as you can see, we got the horn off. Getting the horns off on the Lbz is very simple actually compared to L5Ps. It's a pain in the butt, but my turbo has really no shaft play, which is nice to see. One thing I have to do real quick is run out and buy a new T-bolt clamp for this because the PCV reroute was in the way of pulling it off the horn, and I loosened it and the thing just snapped. So it was actually kind of crazy. Let me see if I can find it here and show you guys. As you can see, I put the impact on there and she just snapped right in half. So gotta run out real quick and get a new one of these so we can get the hot side put back on so we can boost test this with that connected, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we got Duramax Tuner's boost leak tester laid out on my bed here. This is a very nice, well put together kit. The gauge and everything here is very nice, high quality stuff. I have the faceplate as well for the L5P just because I like to boost test those as well, especially my truck, because boost leaks just kill engines in general just because they're always going to run hotter and they're not running efficiently. Then right here we have the Lbz faceplate. This also fits LMM and LMLs as well, which is nice, so it kind of fits across all those. So now that we have it out here, as you can see, they put right on the faceplate all the torque specs, torque to 90 foot-pounds, boost test up to 25. So we're going to start at 10 and see where we're at, but let me go ahead here, get this mounted up and torque the spec, and then we'll start hooking some air up to it. First thing that you want to do when you hook this up here is make sure the valve here is closed. Make sure the regulator here is all the way turned down. So now that we're all hooked up, we got this all hooked up, we can go ahead here and start putting some air into the system, and then we'll slowly turn this regulator up. We'll get it up to 10 psi at first, see where we're at. Also make sure your faceplate here is torqued down to spec and it's on there correctly so that doesn't become a missile and just fly out and kill you. So now I have all that stuff done, we'll go ahead here, open this up, and see where we're at. So slowly open that up. Then we'll start bumping this up here. So we'll get up to 10 psi and we'll hold it there. So as you can see there, we got it back up to 10 psi. And what you want to do is 1 pound per second is nothing to worry about. So we'll kill it here, see where we're at. And I think we're pretty good, to be honest. I don't hear anything hissing. I'm going to go ahead and bump it up a little bit more and see where I'm at if I hear any hissing, but I'm very surprised I don't hear anything. I'm going to put my head down here in a second now and keep you guys updated. Okay, so we'll go ahead here and bump this up here to approximately 15 psi. Now I had a little bit of time to play around with this. So that's 10. That's 15. So we'll let it hold 15 psi for a couple seconds. I went ahead and sprayed everything down the engine bay. I couldn't find any leaks. I only found one, and of course it was on the EGR system. So I'll show you guys real quick what I'm referring to. So basically with this here, 1 psi per second loss isn't really anything to worry about. So we'll kill the valve. And as you can see, it's really not more than 1 psi per second. Usually if you had a big leak, it'd be really flying out. But let me go ahead and spray the EGR valve. Actually, I don't even need to because you see all the bubbles from where I previously sprayed it. So let me get my flashlight out. So as you can see, all the bubbles right up in here. That's where it's leaking from. Of course, this EGR valve is leaking. I sprayed the Y bridge down there. I sprayed everything. There's really no leaks or anything of that source down there. I sprayed all the boots, hot side pipes, cold side pipes, and this truck, like I said, just never ceases to amaze me. 400,000 miles, and the only thing that's leaking is really the EGR valve, and I'm probably just going to go ahead and leave that alone for the time being. It's really nothing to worry about. It's not leaking too much. My EGTs aren't that bad. That's really, I'm just doing this to keep the engine running cooler. I mean, I'm going to be towing for a long distance. I don't want to run any problems with my truck getting too hot and climbing the hills and stuff like that. So, like I said, not bad for 400,000 miles and only that little leak there on the EGR system. Second thought, I really didn't want to leave it leaking like that. I always aim to leave something, but now it's going to bother me, and I know it's there, so I have to fix it. So I just pulled this off, and look at the amount of soot in that. That is terrible. That's 400,000 miles of just absolute disgustingness. As you can see, that can barely get through. So we're gonna have to go ahead and clean that out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and here and replace these 3 gaskets, and hopefully that will fix the boost leak for now coming off the EGR valve. Then yeah, I don't really have to worry about it anymore. I know the truck's 100%, and we'll go from there. So I gotta run down the GM, order these 3 gaskets, and then get this all reinstalled back on the truck. So I'm probably gonna end the video here. We'll get that fixed, and then hopefully we'll boost test it again, probably off camera, and just make sure there's no more leaks. But real quick, while I have this apart, look at my Y bridge. Oh, that is just disgusting. That's literally like a solid inch of soot and oil. That is terrible. The EGR valve is no better. As you can see, I tried breaking it. I'm probably gonna try to vacuum and clean that the best I can, even this side. I actually got a check engine light like a few weeks back for EGR flow reduced, or it was getting clogged. That definitely makes sense. So maybe I'll go ahead and clean this out here and solve this problem once and for all. And I'm gonna do a PCV reroute just so no more oil or anything gets sucked back through here. Only the soot and the oil is what kills this. As you can see, the oil, like probably if this was a PCV reroute, it wouldn't be as bad, but the oil is just what gums everything up. So that's about it for this video, guys. Like I said, I wasn't really gonna mess with the leak. I was just gonna let it be, but me knowing that it's there, I just don't want it there. And to get this intake elbow off, it wasn't that bad. It was only a few bolts, and I just decided to pull it. I didn't really want to mess with it because thinking that the bolts were going to be seized, but I broke a couple free. I'm like, I might as well keep going here. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and go down to GM, order those gaskets, then get this all reassembled, boost test it one more time just to make sure it's holding like it should, see if there's any other leaks out of this thing, and then I'll go from there, and hopefully the LBZ will be 100%. And yeah, that's about it. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Stop this conversation.